Let's so we might as well do a quick little intro here. Welcome to the very first episode of It's About Damn Time. Yo, that feels
Episode
good.
one.
That feels really good to say. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really
Episode
excited.
one.
I'm thrilled, and I'm appreciative that I got two people that I call brothers that are joining me in this project here. So for that, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all time, and I look forward to the journey ahead. Anything y'all want to say before we get started?
It's your boy Jay Winter. You know what I'm saying? We in here.
That's right. We never established.
And all clips. You feel me? Ammo. All ammunition. That's all y'all getting. You feel me?
What's your name again?
It's Jay Winter, bro. What's bro's name?
Oh. I mean, we already, you just call me PP. I know that sounds funny, but that's what we're going to keep it. Prince of Petty. Prince of Petty.
Mr. Prince of Petty.
Mr. PP
We
himself.
got Prince of Petty over here. PP,
out here.
Mr. PP himself.
Mr. PP himself.
P Pizzle.
Petty.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you know.
How he do it.
Yeah, the Prince of Petty.
Hey, it'll work. And
Hear ye, bro.
And lastly, but hopefully not leastly, your host, Mr. Sid Da Vinci. Definitely, self-proclaimed artist.
Ooh.
So Sid Da Vinci definitely in the building and ready to progress and ready to take over. Anything.
Can Mr. Da Vinci?
Yes, sir.
Can I get one? Oh!
You gotta let that thing go, man.
You gotta let it rain. You feel me?
You gotta let it go, man. You guys gotta let it go. So, feeling good, feeling great, happy to be here. Thank y'all and prematurely in advance for joining us for this session here of It's About Damn Time, because it's been about damn time.
It's about time.
So, let's hop right into things first and foremost. It's About Damn Time is an open floor for not only us, but ultimately, eventually we'll get to a point where we open the floor for our audience to be able to put their 2 cents in. But right now, as we establish ourselves and build ourselves up, let's get right to it. So I'll start off with my topic because I like y'all's topic, and I think y'all's topic is a little bit deeper than mine. So I'm gonna start mine off. I think it's light and I think it's fresh. Talking about the NBA restart that's coming up. I believe the first game of the season starts July 30th. And we got a lot of stuff going on in between then and now. In regards to they just trying to keep the players from really, not being able to not play. Really, you got players that are leaving the quarantine zone for food, which I thought was absolutely pretty funny because a $1 billion industry or $1 billion company, and their players are still wanting to leave their places, to go and get some food elsewhere. So it must be saying something about what they really got going on. I saw a picture, and I'm about to try to pull it up right here now. Let's see, Montrezl Harrell. Let me see here. I should have already had this pulled up. All right, so
no, you good, bro.
I'm about to do a quick screenshot here.
So he was going to get Chick-fil-A.
Well, not necessarily just Chick-fil-A. From my understanding, what it was is that Richaun Holmes, who plays for the Sacramento Kings, Richaun Holmes left the facility, which once they're in that bubble in Orlando, they are not allowed to leave or go outside of that zone for the sake of everything that's going on with the COVID. And so what he did was he left the building to go get some delivery food, that had been delivered. But by him doing that, he broke the protocol, and so now he has to get quarantined for another 2 weeks. But I'm about to do a quick screen share with y'all. Let me see here.
Bro, what is the league going to truly look like, man? Like, you got people sitting out. You got people not, you know what I'm saying, signing back up, not fulfilling their contract. Like,
so can y'all see that?
What is that?
Can y'all see that?
What is that? Bird poop? What is that?
And I'm sorry if it's too small. But that is supposed to be a chicken, I believe, a chicken breast and
but where'd you get that from?
Broccoli on top of that.
Where'd you get that from?
That was being served since being in the quarantine bubble.
What is that? That chicken looks raw. And it looks like somebody could shit on it. Listen, my brother, you need to what?
There's a more blown up picture of this.
What
chicken.
Is that leg? Why they got that one pinky? Bro,
that looks like they forgot to detach the head from there.
They disrespectful.
Yeah, his caption was to this picture, "Yeah, I'm about to starve out here in Orlando."
It looks like you already took a bite out of it, my man.
I don't know what.
It's too late. Like,
they already ate something.
Yo, so you disgust me.
So my point is, it seems like right now the league has a little bit more on their hands right now. Let me get out of here, out of this screen.
Please, man.
Laugh at that mess.
What is wrong with them?
They got a little bit more on their hands right now than just them playing basketball. It seems like they need to figure out some better cafeterial, elements.
Arrangements, for real.
Arrangements for sure. Yeah, I appreciate that because they looking a little rough. Long story short, going into this topic here, I really don't know how this is all going to play out. I feel that it's going to be an interesting event, considering we've never seen anything like this before. We've never actually had to stop the season in mid-season due to a pandemic or anything like that. I know once upon a time they had a lockout back in 2011, which was pretty weird, but it was never anything quite like this. So considering all of the elements and considering that, you don't know who might, I'm sure they're doing testing on a daily basis, about this, but you don't know who might have COVID-19 itself. Yeah.
But do you really believe that they're testing everyone? Because, let's be honest. You saw a superstar in Russell Westbrook test positive for it, right? So that's a superstar. You really think LeBron's getting tested daily? I hate to take it into a different lane, but they can't afford for someone like LeBron to have to sit out and not even to miss any games in an already shortened season. You feel what I'm saying?
Sure, especially at his age too. You got to consider at his age.
I just feel like they're not going to take that risk. They're like, look, Ron, even if you got it, we need you not to say nothing. I just feel like that's the lane that they would take. There's so much money already have been lost.
I don't think you're far. I don't think you're far off from that. But I do think the backlash from something like that would be very severe given the platform that they're on. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they probably are testing people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like they're finding out how many of the NBA players so far, so many people.
While you continue, and I'm gonna do a little bit of research.
Yeah, two while being in the bubble so far. Richard Holmes and Bruno Caboclo from Houston Rockets.
Yeah, Capello. Yeah,
Capello. Well, they broke. Yeah, but
But for the franchise's sake, I get what you're saying. For money purposes,
but you gotta understand, this is about money. At the end of the
business.
Day. Yeah,
it's a corporation.
And we're talking about, and it reaches Vegas because now, and it reaches TV money, right?
Right.
Viewership, right? So we're talking about something that is much on a larger scale than just a championship for the NBA. That's matter of fact, that's a cosmic to the whole thing. That's nothing. So I just feel like in reality, this I don't know if they're testing everyone, honestly. I'm sure they're testing people. Yeah.
What did your you took him down? You took
Oh, because you couldn't see the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a
Inside
misrepresentation
joke.
of me.
Inside joke. But what
Yeah.
I was going to say, you see how he stated in one of his press releases, his press conferences, how the more testing that we do, the more people we'll find. So we might need to slow down on our testing.
Yeah, but that same gentleman also recently blamed the last cabinet for stopping the testing when it just started, didn't it?
Oh man, that gentleman. Let me tell you about that gentleman right there.
Yeah,
that gentleman right there. He can lead you down a very dark trail. So let's talk. Let's not go down that trail.
All right. Let's not go down that trail.
Not right now, though.
We can't play them too close, but we can't let them too far out of sight. This needs us to understand that. Okay.
Not yet. I tell you,
all right.
we got smoke for that gentleman. We got smoke for him. But at the same time,
what do you think, bro? Who do you think is taking it, bro? Who do you think is taking it, Da Vinci? You call it.
If I always go with my conspiracy theories that people tend to think that I have, I really don't know in this case. I usually got something to say in this particular case, especially when it's pertaining to sports. I typically have something to say. I really just don't know. At the end of the day, do I think they're trying to set something up for LeBron James to win a championship, just like they set up something for Peyton Manning before he left the NFL? He somehow snuck a Super Bowl. That dude couldn't throw a football to save his life, but somehow he got a Super Bowl, and it was all because of Peyton Manning. No, sir, it was because of Von Miller. But we'll defense. We'll give him the whole defense. But my point is this. Yeah, do I think that they try to write fairy tale endings for certain people at the end of sports? Yeah, I think they do. And so I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers somehow won this thing and we may never see LeBron James play basketball ever again. Not because that he's not capable of doing it, but because of the severity of him getting older and the potential of what goes around, what's been going around and everything. He might decide to call it quits early. You just don't know. And he might be trying to get that last ring. But I really just don't know. I just saw something online here. Eric Bledsoe recently, latest NBA player to test positive for coronavirus.
What?
Yeah, Eric Bledsoe. So I don't know if he was planning on actually playing in the tournament. I would imagine so. But I would imagine is no longer going to be playing it. So
no, it just won't start. Like, because it's just a 2-week quarantine.
You only need 14 days.
Yeah.
For it to subside, supposedly.
But my question on this topic once again is this: even when this thing does blow up, how I think the itch for people to want to see sports again, just in general, I think that's going to be the attraction of it all. But to know that they are not going to be going in this thing potentially at their fullest, a lot of stars are not going to be joining on this thing here. So I'm curious to see how exactly it's going to play out for them. Is it going to be, is it going to be a dud? Is it going to backfire the fact that they're trying to get this thing started? Is it going to be a financial dud, or is it just not going to give the right representation? They've been talking about adding different, names and stuff to jerseys and things like that, it's cool, but man, when I start to think about stuff like that, I think that you're tiptoeing on a tightrope with that kind of stuff, man. Because I feel like, do you really know what you're trying to represent here? Do you really know what the cause is? And
no. Of course.
Yeah, but
I'm not confident.
Yeah, but here's my thing. I don't know if there's a way to, because the reality of it is the bottom line helps everyone.
Facts. It all contributes. It does good.
I understand the message, and I have to say that I have to applaud the effort only from the sense that it's something. It's not them doing nothing. And even though it may not be to the level or standard of some people, there's a lot of companies out there not doing anything at all. And instead of us going at them, we're actually like condemning someone that's actually saying, hey, look, this is what we got that won't affect the bottom line for you and I. And, oh, by the way, it also represents the message that you're trying to portray. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I know everybody said it was a huge miss, but it was like, bro, they're trying. And it's like, I get it. You may not have liked the way it went, and I'm all for them saying, hey, I wish I would have been able to pick a different message. I got all that, but at the end of the day, we need to get it to other people that's not doing nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of biting the hands that are actually saying, here's something.
I see. I agree.
You know what I
wholeheartedly
mean?
with that because there's a lot of people talking, that's where so much entitlement is not good because everybody feels so entitled to an opinion or feels entitled. Don't get me wrong. We sitting up here, we're entitled to this opinion up here. So I'm glad that we have that. But man, you start to think about some of the egregious things that you hear on a daily basis, and you just like,
but because like, bro, you play video games, right? So every
Right.
video game put a disclaimer on the video game about BLM, how they stand for black people, UFC, all those video games, all of them had it, right? How much money how much of their bottom line did they invest? That's the question. You feel what I'm saying?
Did they donate?
That's what I'm saying. So we can get it NBA for all that. We can say, I don't like the way. Okay, but you did something. You took your bottom line. It's gonna cost money to sew those. You're gonna have to pay somebody to do that, right? To change those jerseys, right? So you just employed somebody, right? You feel what I'm saying? So they're doing something. Where those same people, all they did was put, hey, computer grapher, can you put this little bullshit disclaimer? Oh, excuse me. Can you put this disclaimer up there?
Good, bro.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's all they did. I'm not now. Now that's all I know that they did. Let me rephrase that because I haven't looked it up, the facts.
Okay.
But I feel confident if I looked it up. There's not much money coming from the UFC. There's not much money coming from some of those other organizations that may have put those disclaimers up. I feel pretty confident. I don't know how much EA Sports put up. I don't know. I could be wrong. And whatever tech company makes those, you get what I'm saying? Like,
they all controlled by the same.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But but right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, Jay Williams is my hero. Jay Williams is my hero. I'll say it again. My man went off on them cats. Look, man, y'all pompous little buttholes.
Oh my God.
Y'all are really complaining about some hotel accommodations. Are you serious right now?
You talking about Jay Williams, the
ex-Bull Duke guy?
Oh yeah. I tell you. Look, we're gonna have to get into that point. We're getting ready to have to move on to the next topic. So, what I will do is I will close this particular topic out with definitely some good input. Appreciate the feedback on that topic there. So looking at this next topic here, if we go ahead and hop on to things, let's go ahead and move forward to that next topic. Whoever want to take that, and move forward with that next topic. That's all you. You got the floor.
What's up, y'all boys? How y'all doing, man? You know what I'm saying? You already know we out here acting a fool. All right. But no, man, I just want to talk to y'all, man, and get y'all input on some things, man. Because I feel like, say for instance, this being our first podcast, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations, you know what I'm saying? If I had a bell or something, I'll ring that right now. You feel me? But us
definitely get a bell.
Definitely get it. He got the no button? He don't got a yes button.
Oh, I actually got a football cowbell, so we'll have to.
You got a cowbell?
Yeah,
all right, bet something dumb just to annoy people. But nah, man, like about, you know what I'm saying, just believing in yourself, man, and how you got to take those strides and those steps and how to do that. You know what I'm saying? And coming from our personal experience, how did we, get to this point now to where, hey, look, we believe in ourselves enough to actually move forward and, you know what I'm saying, start this podcast and get our ball rolling and stop being all distracted and actually believe that we can do it and see that vision. And the fact that we did that and we're doing it right now isn't a testament, you know what I'm saying, to everybody else as well. You know what I'm saying, what they could do, what they're capable of. But what I want to narrow in on and get y'all boys' input on and focus on is basically what it takes for us to believe in ourselves, and why don't we? You know what I'm saying? As a united front or as a group of individuals or black brothers in society, why don't we believe in ourselves? Why don't we have high morals and standards of ourselves? Like why do we have the not necessarily us, because we don't do that as much because we are more enlightened, you know what I'm saying? But young men that's out there, that's how they feel, you know what I'm saying? Like they have a negative, they carry that nigga burden, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't understand that they're gods, you know what I'm saying? They don't understand where they come from, their true purpose, you know what I'm saying? They've been knocked up, put to sleep, you know what I'm saying? And they woke up in a world where their parents was kind of telling them the same bullshit, you know? And how do we wake them up, you know what I'm saying? How do we tell them, you know, hey man, listen, you are from the cosmos, my brother, you feel me? You are from a star. You got iron running through your veins. You know what I'm saying? You iron is not of this world. You know what I'm saying? You are not of this world. You know what I'm saying? You're capable of so much more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. Where is our step? Where is our stance? You know what I'm saying? How do we correct that? I got a nonprofit, and it's bugging me right now because when I started it, it was a clear vision and intent, but it's like now the implementation. You know what I'm saying? Like we have the tools. Like now we have the platform. You know what I'm saying? We never had a platform before. You know what I'm saying? To explain the genius. Now we have a platform. Like what do we do? How do we progress further in helping these? Do we go to the source? Do we got to go to the hoods? Do we got to go, you know, where they're violent and they're putting up guns, where they're doing all this coonery? Do we start there? Is that where we attack? Is that we got to be on the front lines? Is it this social injustice bullshit? Are we looking for a handout like you was talking about earlier about the NBA and all the stuff there? All these people putting forth their efforts and stuff like that, and it's like, I see you, I feel you, but y'all really can't help us. You know what I'm saying? Like we can help us. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much money or how much light y'all put on the cause, we still got brothers dying every day, still right now, at war with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because of a system that was put in place. You know what I'm saying? Like where do we begin? You know what I'm saying? What's my first step? What's our first step to get these boys to believe in themselves? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I believe that the reason for the lack of motivation and things like that is addictive negative habits is for one. You know, when you're taught something or when you're not taught something, it becomes a habit. So if you're not taught to do something correctly, whatever it is you're not taught, you do the opposite of, that's going to be whatever it is that you do becomes a habit throughout the time in life. So I think it starts with having the right consistent guidance and partnership in life, you know, in general. You know, you look at some of our other brothers and sisters of different races, they have strong traditions. You know, you see an Irish person or Italian person, they have strong, rich traditions. And
where are our traditions though, man? Like
and you're right. That's exactly where I was getting at. Yeah,
we don't have traditions. You know what I'm saying? Or if we did, they were snatched from us. You know what I'm saying? And we were taught new traditions.
And then, and the ones that we tried to implement and make anew, they didn't hold strong enough because even the people trying to make them, they didn't believe in them. So that's what I'm saying. When you like, people don't understand how hard that is for you to not have an identity. You know, a lot of people are like, well, I'm mixed with this, I'm mixed with that, but you have an identity. Even if you mix, you get what I'm saying? You can still go back and you can still look at some type of lineage in history where that person was somewhere and they were here and they were there and they did this and then they have this tradition. I have no clue what tradition. I don't have a clue.
Right.
You know
So do we instill new traditions? Like, do we instill new practices? You know, like my thing is, I feel like you said, the traditional part and the influence part, and if you're not taught, and of course that's the lack of the male presence in the homes, in the hoods, you know what I'm saying, doing what they're supposed to do correctly, you know what I'm saying? I feel like
who's not doing what they're supposed to do correctly? Males?
The men out here in the community.
Why is that?
I feel like we lost our way.
You think that was just us?
I wouldn't say that was just us by ourselves. Of course, there was other people involved in that, but and other forces involved in that. But we have to accept the responsibility of we know what it is.
Yeah, but they press that upon us. You don't get that? I mean, if you look back in history, it was the man that kept the family strong and tight, the black family strong and tight. Right?
Of course.
Right? So what did they do? They said, how can we disable the black man? How can we disable the black family?
Emasculation.
We have to take the man out of the home. We didn't walk out of the home.
Of course not.
They took us out of the home, and then it goes back to what I said. It became habit. We were out of the home, out of the home, out of the home. And then that addictive, negative habits, behavior fell into the young man. And then that little girl said, well, I didn't have a daddy, so why should there be a male in my home now that I have kids?
I don't need him.
And that's where the independent woman came from. See, we think that was something about a suffrage and that it had something to do with them giving them power and empowering women. No, it had everything to do with them taking away from the black man. See, once we took him out the home and we told these women that they could do it by themselves when in reality they could not, because we weren't going to allow them to get the education they needed. We weren't going to allow them to get the jobs that they needed. We weren't going to give them the money that they needed. It was all in their mind.
Once you get the psyche, you know what I'm saying? That's oppression forever. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard habit. That's a hard thing to break. It's almost impossible. A mindset to change it after you've been practicing it for so long. But
so long.
What I'm saying is you understand that, right? And I'm not going to say I've always understood that, but I'm beginning to understand that more and more. And to understand that it's not only, you know what I'm saying, my responsibility. It's really all our responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Because we have the opportunity to reach and grab them. You know what I'm saying? Now, will it be very inconvenient for us? Will it be tedious sometimes? Will it be monotonous sometimes? Will it be like, because these, you know what I'm saying, they don't listen. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any children. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine being a father to a whole neighborhood of little badass kids. You feel me? Like I could, unless you provide me some type of assistance, some type of government assistance or something like that for, you know what I'm saying, taking on that position of a neighborhood watch or, you know what I'm saying, something like that. We're getting funded for somewhere. But other than that, it's like that where we got to start there at the mindset. You feel me? I feel like letting them know that who they are, number one, finding out who they are. We already know we're a tribal people. We already know we're not African. We already know, just like my brother Nick Cannon was saying, man, just like somebody asks you where you from, you'd be like, yo, I'm from Virginia, I'm from VA, I'm from Richmond, I'm from this part, I'm from, you don't say, are you American? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers need to go back, find out where they from, get some type of lineage, get some type of understanding on that. I don't know who we got to trace down, but and just instill that, like, yo, we're different. So do you think there's a possibility of, or how would we go about if we wanted to bring an institution to certain little areas, you know what I'm saying? To where not like I don't know if you've had these like community centers when you were growing up,
mm-hmm.
but something to that effect where like a STEM program of sort,
yeah.
Where, you know what I'm saying? Like you can train, you can get a job, you can learn how to defend yourself. You can learn your true heritage, your true nature. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you think that would be something that's beneficial to start, you know what I'm saying, a place to begin maybe, or do we just got to show a force, just blow the whole system up?
No.
Burn it to the ground.
I don't think there needs to be a full out show of force. I think anytime you do those type of projects, that's progress.
That's progress.
Anytime you reach one person, that's progress. We got to start looking at it as each person is a sheep and we're trying to bring them to the pasture. And then once we get one, we're good. And then we go to another one, and we go to another one, and we go to another one. Because each person, each heart, each child, each human being that's changed and put into the right perspective, that's a gain. So if you get a center in there and you got 100 children and you only reach one, that's one more child than that was going to be reached. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like the goal can't be a certain number. It's just got to be to reach out and grab somebody's heart and their mind and to put it in the right perspective. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So, but no, real quick to go back to your funds. What has to happen with the fund situation? There has to be transparency. That's why we have problems with community centers. That's why we have problems with people donating from outside sources. There's no transparency, and when you have transparency, then you don't have crime. You don't have any of that negative stigma that goes with that situation. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like that's the reality of it. Exactly. Just be transparent about what you're doing and why you're doing it and who you're doing it. Like that's what it's about. Like that's how you figure these situations out, and that's how these situations are able to be maintained. So
I'm gonna briefly put some 2 cents in. We got about 2 minutes left on this topic here. Definitely appreciate all the input. Seriously, I'm loving it. I'm loving every bit of it. What I was gonna briefly kind of just jump off of what a couple of things y'all said. As for in placing little community centers and things like that back in the community, yes, that right there is so imperative to really reaching the youth, because where we failed is that the youth, I mean, we can go on about this for days. That's the crazy about this topic. But where we failed the youth, or where we've been failing, is that technology, really, more than anything. That right there has, and not everybody has the technology, but I'm looking at kids on how they use their tablets, and the parents really allow them to kind of be the babysitter for them. These kids are looking at all types of stuff, man. And when I tell you that there's all types of evil on this planet that will try to, because they realize that exploitation of the child's mind is the quickest way to
revenue,
changing revenue and changing generation.
Change generations.
That's why kids have no respect for anybody nowadays. That's why they walk around and they talk differently. It used to be yes, ma'am, no, sir. It used to be that. Now it's yeah, what? So, like, huh? And so as we adapt with these times, yes, they change. And look, a kid is seemingly now will be quick to get on the hotline and try to call up somebody if you consider, what we used to look at as discipline. You got to worry about a kid trying to call the child services on you now or something like that, or a teacher. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many different things that we got to look out for. But going back to the roots, we have to find a better way of find a better way of finding things to really find value in. And what I mean by that is, I get so pissed off when I see a long line of people waiting in line for some Jordans. I get it. Our people we're smart. We're very smart, because they might not be in that line thinking about getting them Jordans to put on their own feet. What they probably thinking about getting them Jordans for is to go and flip them for however much more they just bought them for. So that's smart. But at the same time, if we invest that same, and you get it how you get it. So I get it. You get it. You know what I'm saying? It's the way of life. But we have to do a better job of instilling the right information into our children, so that when they do grow up, they know how to handle certain situations. We just ran out of time on this topic, and I'm telling you, like, we probably gonna have to come back to this topic.
We got to come back. We got to come back. So much has not been said.
For sure. But moving forward, I appreciate the input on that topic. Yeah, we definitely have to come back to all of that. That's good stuff right there, man. Mr. Prince of Petty, the mic is yours, man.
Mr. Prince of Petty.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
all right, so let's jump right into it.
Let's get it.
Let's just throw these numbers out to you. We're looking at 13.7 million, 7.62 million, 586,000. That's confirmed cases was the first number worldwide. The second number was the amount of recoveries we've had. So that's a little over half. And the third number was the deaths. That's 586,000 deaths worldwide, COVID-19. We're going to move up to the U.S. We're looking at 3.53. That's 3.53 million cases in the U.S. 1.303 million have recovered. And we got 138,000 deaths in the United States alone, right? Now, in the state of Florida, because that's the capital right now. 316,000 confirmed cases. They have no confirmed recoveries, and 4,676 deaths to date. That's the whole state. 4,676 deaths to date. Now, in the county of Hillsborough, Tampa Bay, they have 21,557 cases in Tampa Bay, in this Hillsborough County, and 232 deaths, no recoveries.
Damn.
Leading the way. Tampa is leading the way. They're actually talking about putting it back on temporary shutdown. Like, it's crazy out here.
Dang, son.
You know what I mean? They speaking about the importance of these masks, but they still got these beaches open out here, man. These people out here moving no different than normal.
Man, I don't understand, first of all, what these masks is even doing.
Not a darn thing.
Especially since the masks have disclaimers saying that they do not stop COVID-19. Now,
Like,
what these guys...
what are y'all doing? Like, let's get it together, people. Like, they are so easily distracted, bro.
Now,
Like,
before I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
I want to
no,
give
bro.
credit. I want to
No.
give credit where credit was due. That's that information can be found on Wikipedia and the New York Times. I want to make sure we give credit where credit's due.
Word, get it.
Yeah.
Don't do the plagiarizing.
Yeah, facts.
I need my money. I ain't trying to get sued, all right?
Nah. But also another fact check right here. We're gonna go ahead and move things along to public health advisory. We're looking at, this is the Florida COVID-19 response health website. This is what they're having you do. What you need to know about the COVID-19 in Florida. The elderly and those underlying medical problems, that like high blood pressure, heart problems, diabetes, they likely develop serious illnesses. Here's what you do. You wash your hands for 20 seconds.
Wow.
That's going to help you.
I've been doing that.
Practice your social distancing. Make sure you 6 feet, cuz, you know what I mean? That's why we doing this the way we doing this.
Right.
You got to wear the mask. Look, you feel me? I don't even want to smell y'all from here. I'm masked out. You feel me?
Bro, is that the leopard print?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Mom. Hey, you know what I mean? Shout out to moms. You know what I mean? Shout out to moms, always.
Yo, why you trying to slide past that? Like that was a leopard.
Yeah. Yo, moms gave it to me. I'm a rocket. Rocket
It's
till the wheels fall off.
It's fine, but I feel like you should address that. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
So,
hey, and then here's the other thing. Now on the website, it says get tested.
Oh, really? Wow.
But they telling us in the news, don't go get tested. What's going on? You understand?
Man, I don't even watch the news, man. I stopped watching that.
Oh, I don't watch, but I read articles, man.
Since I worked at since we had that endeavor, since me and Mr. Da Vinci had that endeavor, I think we know what this media is all about. It is dark, my friends.
Man,
it gets dark in those rooms.
A certain side, and they play it well. Oh. Don't step on no toes in that industry.
Don't get it twisted, okay?
They gonna ban you. They gonna ban you from the building. You ain't. They'll
change codes.
Oh man.
But go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, y'all good. You good. Now I kind of open the floor to y'all about your opinion on what you think about the COVID-19 and how it's affecting your area directly, obviously, because I can't speak on your area more so than my area.
For sure. I tell you, I'm gonna briefly go on this one here just because I didn't get a chance to go on that other topic too much. So I'm gonna speak a little bit on this one here. Man, with the COVID-19, obviously unprecedented times. You know, I like to use these big words because the big guy, you know, in the big chair right now, he always using big words. You know, it's absolutely outstanding. It's absolutely fantastic. All these big words that, you know, just be describing. Hey man, look, he's one of the best salesmen on this planet, so I'll give him that. You cannot not credit. You can't like you just gave credit, bro. You got to give credit where it's due. And Buddy is a hell of a salesman. But my point, going to the COVID issue. Yeah, a lot of people are being sold. Hey, hey man, hey. I don't.
Oh my goodness.
I don't snitch. I don't snitch. I don't do no name drops. You feel me?
Oh man.
But
Wow.
yeah. So what I was going to say in regards to COVID is that COVID-19 definitely has taken United States by storm. It has definitely not just United States, the world for sure. The mask, all these have done protocols that people are trying to implement in our new lifestyles and trying to make us seem like this is what the new norm is meant to be. It really is. It's kind of fascinating if you ask me. To me, it's a little fascinating because it really just kind of shows that how easily people can be manipulated and how people can be just drawn into the statistics. You know, that's really what it comes down to. I try not to be that, and I try not to set myself or make myself seem like I'm higher or above anyone else, but I do have common sense. And I think that is what really all you need is to separate you from the common man. And so with that being the case, yeah, I'm not going out. I didn't go out to the bars in the first place. I never went out to the bar. What am I going to the bar for? What?
Been antisocial.
It's not even, bro. I love talking like that. Like I can go to the grocery store and start up a conversation with some random.
That's different. It's different, bro.
Antisocial, gang.
It's different, bro. It's different. You are a very enthusiastic, charming person. You are a great conversator. Don't get me wrong now, but when I say you're antisocial, I mean that when you're comfortable, when you're most comfortable, you're alone. And you're doing what you want to do. You're playing your games. You're reading. Whatever occupies your time. That's where you're most comfortable and in your space. And that just I'm an outgoing person too, Blue. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Da Vinci. And I understand. I'm sympathetic.
Facts a million. He's right.
But we don't need all that.
And that's where I'm right there with you. Like I feel like we people are just built differently. Yeah. But for people to be out here doing exactly what, like he just said, they going to the beaches, they doing all this stuff. Like
stupidity.
I don't know, man. I even when they say that everything is all good to go, and I'm not. It's just so many different sides to this, man. And I can get all worked up about this. Really.
In my opinion, they want people to get COVID. In my opinion, it's going to have to happen. Everybody's going to have to get it and get the hell over it. All right?
And it's like chicken pox.
It's going to have to be that way. It's too contagious, bro. Like literally you can catch it by having a conversation with someone if you don't have supposedly a face mask on. Do you understand how contagious that is?
Nuts. Stupid.
Do you understand? That's airborne. That means.
But here's my question. This is
you're probably going to run into it. Go ahead.
You're telling me so it can't be absorbed into the skin?
It probably can. Somebody cough on you.
Well,
sneeze on you.
Like
the fact that they've come up with all these different. It's just.
I said comatose. I was like, bruh.
It started as a coronavirus.
Come on.
And then it progressed, and then somehow it progressed into COVID-19. Now, I don't know if y'all are familiar with it. There's a game out. There's a game on you can play it on your phone. You can play it. I think you can download on the Xbox. And it's called hold the phone. It's called Plague. So the concept of the game is to literally infect an entire nation. This game was created before the coronavirus had all take place and all that, but it's a pretty fun game. I'm not gonna lie. I've played it before, it's
why?
It's crazy. Why would they have this game out? Why would they have something like this out? This is crazy.
It's good versus evil in the world, and they know the evil people out there want to play this game.
I'm telling you, if you all download this game, it's addicting. It's literally addicting because literally your entire agenda is you start off. They have the map set up in like United States, then underneath, all, like South America, all of it, all the continents, and then from there you pick where you want to start where your plague starts, and then from there you progress the plague. You progress it. yeah. So
I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm not downloading this.
Hey man,
I need to do some research.
you ever get a wild hair? You want to just
That's a hard no.
I might have to do some research on this, independent research on this.
Do the research. I'm telling you, it's a pretty. It's not like anything super intricate, like but it's a game where like you just kind of pick and but you upgrade your disease, and eventually it can become immune to like cold weather. It can become immune to heat. It can become an airborne sickness. Like, so my point is this.
So I got a question. Can I interject real quick?
Of course. Go ahead.
Will you be able to make it to where it would only not attack a certain?
Nah, you can't. All right. Hey, look.
Okay.
If you progress it,
I can't say it, but I want to say it.
I know what you want to say. We need to keep them. We need them. All right. If we want to progress this thing, if you progress it to like to where it doesn't affect regions, you know what I'm saying? Like to where it like if you don't build it to where it doesn't it can't sustain the heat, then it probably wouldn't do well in like Mexico or somewhere like that. So that's kind of how you can decide, do that. But my point is this, and it's very similar to almost like movies too, to movies.
Oh yeah, the movies yeah.
You see a lot of crazy stuff in movies where they're blatantly showing it right to our face. We're like maybe like a CIA movie, and they're just blatantly right in your face. They're saying they're like killing people off or doing all types of stuff. You're like, dang, are they really? What if they really doing this stuff?
Which they are. They are doing this.
Which they really are some real hitmen out running around.
They might not be as glorious and as dangerous as how they look in the movies, but it is happening.
It's happening. So my point is this: what if they like? I think they're that. I think we're to a point in life where there's that arrogant. They've run out of so many ideas.
Oh yeah.
Where they just like literally putting stuff in our face, like, "Hey, this is what we do. This is what we do," but y'all can't do nothing about it. Or maybe you're just too stupid to really investigate a little bit more to really see what our real agenda is. And who might we be talking about? I don't know. I'll let y'all decide that. That's not up to me for anybody to decide who we're talking about. But as for some of the things that I see, it just kind of makes me wonder. So going back to the topic of COVID-19, man, this thing is progressing to something way bigger than what they ever thought it was going to be. And they've allowed it to
grow even more.
Yeah.
They basically fed it.
Negligence.
They fueled it, and they want everybody. I forget what you call it. It's like mass something. When everybody gets it, and then it just doesn't become a problem, as much. Like everybody just can fight the antibodies. The antibodies.
Desensitization.
Yeah, something crazy like that. But it's the antibodies it produce, which it'll work. Which it will work. But a lot of people is going to get it, and a lot of people are going to be adios out of here. My thoughts and prayers go out to all of the loved ones that's already been lost, and to the families that's experiencing that, because that's heartbreaking, man. Like something this big. If you ask me, I'll take a whole lot of things over COVID. I'll just say that. All right, give me something else.
Well, and it makes me wonder this too. So this thing, obviously, it's been out for some time now, but maybe once upon a time, back in last July, bro, when I tell you, I felt like I was on my deathbed, like sick. Like I didn't go to work for at least, I want to say like almost 2 weeks. So I didn't go to no hospital because I that's another topic for another day. You feel me?
Word.
But I felt like maybe right then and there, now that everything's progressing, I felt like I might have had it, man. I felt like I had razor blades in my throat.
And you know what the sad part is, bro? By the time they caught wind of it, how many people have already had it, bro? Because even when it was in China, we're thinking the whole time, like, yo, it's in China? That means we're going to get it. Everybody I know was already thinking that, like, bro, it's China. Like, they fly over here, we fly over there, like, yo, listen, that's a no-brainer. And they tried just like they did with KD when he went down. Oh, he's fine. He'll be all right.
Sleep it up. You'll be all
Don't
right.
worry about it. He missed 2 games. He'll be back. It's just a sprain. Just how that happened. They tell us, no, it's all the way in China. Don't worry about it. I'm like, bro, listen. I just was on the plane. Do you understand? Like, I know that plane. I just was in a major airport. Like, what are you talking about? I know it was Chinese people. Like, you got me messed up. So I just think they want everybody to get it so that, you know what I'm saying, we could go forward and adjust to this new way of living. We're going to always be wearing face masks. So get used to it.
I just want to go outside.
It's a new culture. We're going to have people not going outside. People going to be working from home. Like, it's just going to be a new thing.
Let me tell you, man, I got everything I need. I don't need to go to no gym, all right?
Look.
Distance bands right here, all right?
Are you jazzercising?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Every day. I got a heavy bag downstairs. I ain't playing. Thank you. That is the end of the topic here.
But yeah, that was a good one.
Hey, man, for sure. I appreciate that. That was definitely a good topic, and I'm glad that y'all put your minds together and came up with some really good topics for a good good episode, or first episode, I should say. I'm
gonna be petty next episode.
Hey, man,
I got smoke.
That's your right. That is your right. That is your right.
I ain't gonna be petty. All right, I ain't gonna be petty because we already got Mr. Petty over there. But me the shit.
Jay Winter. Oh, I see. All right.
But yeah, you know, it was good.
Yeah, man.
All right. I feel like it was a good first one. I feel like we're gonna get better.
It'll change as we get on, and we'll, you know.
Thank you for tuning into the very first episode of It's About Damn Time. We appreciate you guys watching, and if you liked what you saw, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Definitely comment. We want to hear everything that you all have to say, good and bad feedback. We're only trying to improve here. Also, check us out on Facebook and Twitter. We're out there. The links are at the bottom left of the screen when you all are watching our video. Definitely check us out. We appreciate all the love and support, and we cannot wait to make more videos for you guys. So definitely keep in touch. Much love.